In this video, we'll place our electrical and lighting components. To finish off the interior design, we need to add some lighting. I have my sheet arranged with my interior elevations, as well as my floor plan and reflected ceiling plan, and the 3D view. I'll zoom in to the reflected ceiling plan. I'll double click into the view so that I can make some changes. I'll type CM to place some components. Remember, we're in a ceiling view right now. That means anything I place will be placed on the ceiling. I'll place a few recessed lights and hit escape. If I go back to the sheet and zoom into my 3D view, notice those recessed lights have started to appear. I could also place them in this view. I'll type CM and ensure I'm on the ceiling. I'll zoom back in to my reflected ceiling plan and notice the light has been placed. When all my lighting has been placed, I'll place my electrical outlets. I'll type CM, and in the type selector, I'll choose the families that I downloaded from the Load Autodesk family tool. I'll start with my GFI outlets. While I'm in this view, I'll also add my switches. I'll type CM, and in the type selector, choose the switch that I need. I'll continue to finish up. When my switches and electrical outlets have been placed, I'll click out of the view and type ZA. Notice in all of my views, I have representations for where the outlets and switches will be. I'd like to add a diffuser light in my tray ceiling. To represent that, I'll go into the reflected ceiling plan. I'll double click so that I can make some edits to the model. I'll go to the Architecture tab, and from the drop-down menu, I'll choose Model in Place. I'll choose a lighting fixture for category. I'll name my new component. From the ribbon, I'll choose Extrusion. In the dialog box, it'll ask me to pick a plane. I'll say OK and choose the tray ceiling. In the draw panel, I'll choose the rectangle tool. And I'll set my depth to -2 inches. I'll set an offset of 1 inch. I'll then choose a corner of the inside of my tray ceiling. Notice I get a 1 inch offset from that edge. I'll click the other side. I'll then draw another rectangle also with a 1 inch offset by clicking the first rectangle I drew and then again at the bottom corner. Before hitting my green check, I'll set a few properties. I'll go to the material option and choose a glass with high luminescence. From the graphics tab for the material, I'll choose to use the rendered appearance. I'll also set a surface pattern of a very light gray. I'll hit OK. I can then hit my green check mark to finish the extrusion, and another green check mark to finish the model in place component. If I zoom out to the rest of my sheet, you'll notice that custom diffuser has been created in all of our views. The final thing to add to our reflected ceiling plan is our switching intention. This will let the electrician know which lights we want to go to which fixtures. We'll use a 2D option to do this. I'll go to the Annotate tab and find Detail Lines. The hotkey is DL. I'll change the line type to Overhead, and I'll use the Spline tool from my Draw panel. To connect the switch to the fixtures, I'll first click on the switch. I'll then click somewhere off to the side, and then the fixture I intend. I'll double click to create a point. I can then click off to the side and into the next fixture. I'll repeat that for the rest of my switches. My lighting and electrical should now be represented in my reflected ceiling plan. I should also see those changes in my interior elevations as well as 3D. In this video, we placed our electrical and lighting components. We also annotated our switching using detail lines. I hope this helps.